Hello and welcome everyone to my channel Code with Ease. Today we are going to discuss another string problem called jewels and stones. So as we have the problem statement over here, we are given strings jewels which represents the type of stones that are jewels and stones that represent whatever stones we have. Each character in stones is a type of stone that we have and we want to know how many stones that we have are jewels. As we have in the example, a, small a, lowercase a and uppercase a, these are the two jewels, and we have a string in which we have each character denoting each stone that we have, and our goal is to check if this stone string, how many of the stones that we have are actually jewels. One thing to note is the letters are case sensitive, so lowercase a is considered a different type of stone than uppercase a. So here we have the output 3 because a, the lowercase a is here, it's a jewel. Uppercase a is also a jewel. Since we have two occurrence of capital letter A, hence we are saying that the output will be 3, which means we have 3 jewels among the given stones. So with this, let's start solving the question. So at first, we have to define the output, that is going to be the of count of jewels, and we are going to say check how many jewels. This is going to be my method, and I'm going to define string jewels equal to string stones as this. Now we are going to pass the arguments jewels and stones to our method, check how many jewels, and then we are going to define this method. Okay, now the approach for this would be this string. What do we need from this string? We need every character out of this string. So we are going to iterate through this string, which will be converted to a character array, and then we're going to pick each character out of this string and check if this particular string of jewels contains every character that we are picking out from the stones array. So then inside this method, first we are going to have a for loop, and the string stones, we have to convert this to a character array. So I'm going to say stones dot to character. So now we will be able to access each character, I mean each stone within the stone set. So what we have to check is, we have to check whether each stone belongs to the category of jewels, which means we are going to use a if condition saying if jewels dot contains stone. Now we know that contains method uses a char sequence. So this stone is a char, so character. So if you go into the contains method, it will take only a char sequence. To convert that to a char sequence, you can just simply append a double quotes. And then what happens inside this if condition? When the jewels, we are saying the jewels contains the stone, that okay, if the letter A is there in this jewels, which means we want to say that whatever stone we have at hand, that's a jewel. So we have to use a counter here, and we are just going to increment the counter. That's it. So whenever we are finding a stone that belongs to the jewels, then we are just going to return, increment this counter, and then at the end we have to simply return the counter. So let's try to print the count of jewels for the given input. So let's try running this. Three. Now I'm going to tweak the input. I'm going to say we have we only have this as the dual, that is smaller case a. So in this case, our output should be 1. Yeah. So this is one approach of solving this question using a for loop and a if condition. Another approach for solving this would be we can use the concept of hash set. So why would we need a hash set? Because this dual string is never going to contain duplicate characters, even though this string can contain. So we are going to simply put this duals string into a hash set. So let's see how do we do that. I'm just going to comment this portion out and I'll define a set of characters. Duals equal to hash set, and we're just gonna iterate through this. So this gels also, again, we are going to convert this into a char array and then going to finish the inputs. So we are going to just push this jewel into the set. So we're going to say jewels array dot add jewel. So now that we have our hash set ready with the jewels, now simply we have to just run the for loop as we had done that earlier. And we are going to do the same contains check if jewels array dot contains the stone. Use the counter. You're just going to increment the count. So one upside of using this approach is uh, we need not bother about this char sequence and this thing. This looks much cleaner and I won't say more efficient because I checked the runtime of both, but it was nearly the same. But this code looks more cleaner, crisp, and we also have introduction of another data structure called hash set. So it's a good thing to learn that as well. So let's try running. I'm going to use a different input this time. So we have 5 because we have 4 occurrences of smaller case b and 1 occurrence of lowercase a. So in this way, we have discussed both the approaches of solving this problem. One, using a simple for loop, and second, using a hash set to solve this problem.